to me?
That's a joke.
Just like a pizza, a Little Caesar.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pizza Motor Chaos. This is your host, Dave, and I got an eye on me.
What was your race time at Great Lakes Dragway?
The wife said, "Well, is your rate? Well, is it? How'd you run at Great Lakes Dragway?" She said,
"I am pretty good. We match raced with Jim Young, who's got an excellent car, and he got the best of me every time. But we did great, and didn't blow up too many parts, so that's always a good day."
Yeah, we were up there the Memorial Day weekend on the Saturday when you ran.
Oh yeah, in Memorial Day, we had all the time. I actually dropped a valve on Saturday, and we ended up changing the motor on Saturday night and Sunday morning to get back out there for the run on Sunday. So no, we worked pretty hard on Memorial Day weekend to get out there, but.
Yeah, Saturday was a crazy night with Brian Mitchell's jet car having that mishap.
I was already gone when the jet car started on fire, so I didn't see any of that, but I for sure saw it on the internet. And yeah, that was too bad for him. I always get to see when guys have trouble out there. It's not easy running a jet or a top fueler or a bracket car. It's not easy.
Yeah, burned up the starter wires.
We got 2 video shots of it.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of video out there on the internet of that fire. That was a pretty big one, pretty scary.
Yeah, I was really close to the fire too.
Yeah, she was in there videotaping. I moved back. I don't know if the thing was gonna blow up or whatever. A lot of people were moving back.
Oh, just videotaping.
Yeah, I would have ran away from that thing.
It looked like it was gonna blow up.
So what got you started in drag racing, Jason?
What got me started? I was always kind of a car guy. When I was 16, I used to read car magazines, and I bought a 65 Dodge Coronet, 2-door hardtop when I was about 19, and worked on that. And I went to the Mopar Nationals down in Indianapolis when it was there, that big car show, and I saw a car like mine pop a wheelie on the starting line, and then I decided that's what I wanted to do, was make my Coronet pop a wheelie. So, but I didn't actually take a lap down the drag strip until I was 25 years old, in a Dodge Durango that I had.
So that Dodge Durango was the first time you went down the drag strip.
Yep, I was 25 years old in the Dodge Durango. I think it went 89 miles an hour in a quarter mile, but it was still fun.
Try buying a brand new Murano, okay? First time driving on a highway, the car can go 160. The highway was clear. I pulled 160 on my Murano.
Oh my gosh. Well, you got to keep it on a drag strip, Like I say, it's nice and safe there. They got ambulances and nice guard walls. That's I don't drive fast on the street. I drive fast at the drag strip.
Well, I just bought the car, so I want to test drive it.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. I get it.
So after the Durango, what'd you start racing in?
Well, then I got like I say, I started taking my 65 Dodge Coronet to the drag strip, and just started working on that, and by the time after a couple years, I got it to run like 1090s at 125 miles an hour, and I thought that was pretty fun.
When did you start driving dragsters?
Well, after I had run the Coronet for a few years, I decided I wanted to go faster, and I figured the best way to do it was to get a lighter car. So I found a front-engine dragster out in Silver Lake, Wisconsin, from a guy named Ron Brenning, and I bought that dragster, which was an R&B car. R&B in Kenosha, Dennis Rollane, he built this car, years and just kept adding things to the car, putting the better heads on it, putting a different, put a blower on it. Then I put a Hemi in the car, and I did that for about 5 years with the red R&B dragster.
So that you started driving nitro dragsters in what year?
First year I had the top fuel car was 2011. Same year my twins were born. So it was a good year in 2011.
What kind of twins, boys or girls?
A boy and a girl. They're 6 years old.
What's their names?
Thomas and Julia.
Beautiful. They look alike?
They look alike but different for sure.
Okay.
They're definitely two different people. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, boy and girl. Well, God bless the kids.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're great. I would say 2011. That was the best year of my life. I got my top fuel car started, and I had my kids. So it was a good year.
Do they like their dad drag racing?
Oh, they think it's fun. They love going out to the drag strip. It's certainly more. My son Thomas likes a little more than my daughter Julia. She's all girl, but they like going out there, and it's fun. When you got a top fuel car, you got to spend a lot of time working on the car, so you don't get to spend a lot of time with kids when you're racing. But they still like it. Drive the golf cart. They have fun out there. They love the jet. Kids love jets, and the wheel standers. Rich Hutchins with the Chevy Rebellion. Who doesn't love that car?
So do you work on your own car?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, if you get a top fuel car, you got to work on it yourself. So there's no getting around that. It's a lot of maintenance, and not an easy task for sure.
So your wife likes it when you get down and dirty, huh?
Well, she doesn't go to the drag strip too much. She's all girl too. So, but they definitely come out and support me, and she certainly enjoys it. But it takes a lot of time. So it's and my mom comes out. I mean, really, my whole family goes racing with us. My dad does a clutch. My Uncle Chad does the bottom end. My Uncle Toby helps on the clutch. My cousin Taylor works on the top end. And it's really a family affair out there. My Grandpa Mel comes racing with us all the time. Anybody that's ever seen me at the track, I'm sure knows my Grandpa Mel from being around. He's 84 years old and comes out there with us racing, and he loves it too. So definitely a family affair.
So all your crew members are your family?
Yeah, pretty much. Family or friends, that's for sure.
Where do you get your fire suit at?
Oh yeah, I want to talk about you were out recently with Owsley's with the crop duster, crewing for them. How'd that go?
Oh yeah, Funny Car Chaos in Texas. What a great event that was, and Frank's a buddy of mine, and anytime I have a chance, I love going racing with Frank and helping on his stuff. So yeah, we had a great time. That was a hell of an event. I can't wait to go to the next Funny Car Chaos. They put on a great show down there.
How'd the crop duster run?
Well, the car ran good. I think he qualified. First day he qualified number 1. The first round qualifier. Q1, he was number 1. After Q1, he was number 1. Then we sat out 2, and I think he was qualified number 3 after that second qualifier on Friday night. And went out first round, and he lost first round. The guy who won had an alcohol car, and I think he ran like a 005 light, and he ran a 575. I mean, it was the guy that ran really did a hell of a job. And to
Yeah, I saw the video footage. It was a alcohol car that had no name on it, just a colored car.
Yeah, I think the guy's name is Martin Billington. He was a Texas guy. To my knowledge, I don't know the guy, but yeah, a Texas car, and he went out there and treat him, 005. And Mark White, who drives the Cutbuster, had a good light. I think it was an 80 or something, and that's a decent light for a Nitro Funny car. And that's a tough one to beat. A 00. That's pretty tough for a Nitro Funny car to contend with there.
Where do you get your parts at?
Oh, all over. Certainly get a bunch of stuff from Brad Anderson, and Fred Mandolini does all my cylinder head work down in Chicago there. Great guy. Get my clutches from Bob Molinari out in California. Get my pistons from Steve Montrelli out at Arias Pistons. Get my rods from Bill Miller. So get my superchargers from DMP in Michigan. So yeah, all over for sure. My reverser, all my couplers out comes from Rob Moore out in San Diego. He's got really nice parts. So Rage fuel pump on the car. Of course, RCD everything.
Do you get your nitro from Schumacher?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, most of them do.
Yeah, they always got the good deal over there. Mike Lewis is real good to everybody, and they treat us right over there and get us fuel at a reasonable cost. Certainly not cheap to run one of these things, and we certainly appreciate that help.
So how do your kids like the smell of nitromethane?
They don't.
They get their eyes get all teared up.
That's an acquired taste, I think. So yeah, for kids, no, it's but they don't mind it. They've smelled it enough times. They know what to expect when we start the car.
Now, when you started drag racing, do you have any inspirations, like drag race drivers that were inspirational to you?
Honestly, I didn't even know any drag racers. I didn't grow up in this sport, so I really didn't even know when I got started who any drag racers were. So that there was a local guy named Brian Coleman that had the world's fastest 65 Dodge. That was about the only guy I knew that drove a drag car. And he's actually got a very interesting car. He's got a car that he's run on drag week on nitromethane. Like a 32 or 34 Dodge Coupe. Ran it at Byron around here. That's a pretty neat car. Runs it on gas on the street. Runs drag week and then flips the systems over and runs it on nitromethane at the drag strip. It's pretty cool.
How about nowadays? You got any inspirational drag racers out there nowadays?
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, once I got into it, of course, I learned who everybody was and went to the Don Garlitz Museum, and Don Garlitz actually watched my car run at Great Lakes Dragway one time, and I got a picture of that. That was a pretty cool day, and certainly I admire him, and my friend Frank, admire all the success he's had, and Jim Young, great guys. Pretty much my friends. That's who I admire. The guys that are doing well out there. So that's who I admire out there. Guys that are doing it every day, and making it to the track, because it's not easy to do.
So what was it like when you got behind the wheel of the Top Fuel dragster for the first time?
Well, it's, first couple laps I couldn't even see, really, to be honest with you. There's so much vibration, it's really difficult to see the first few times I ran it. And you start to, catch up to it, and, it was eye-opening for sure, but once you run a car on
do you currently have any sponsors for your dragster?
I don't.
So what's the quickest runtime you've had with the dragster?
Oh, probably about a 6:15 or something like that. And I think my best mile an hour was 243 miles an hour. So I got a ways to go to run a 5, but I'll get there.
And what track were you on when you ran that in the 6s?
Oh, I mean, the time I run 6 is pretty, 6:20s, 16s. I think that was Bowling Green one year. I had my best ET. Certainly my best mile an hour was in Bowling Green. That's a really nice track. Great surface.
So when you prepare for a drag race weekend, can you tell us a story about how do you go into preparation for a drag race weekend?
Just do all the work to get all the parts together. I mean, it's, putting racks of pistons together and clutch packs, so getting all your fuel loaded in jugs and loading the trailer, and it's pretty much just a whole bunch of work to get ready.
So what are some of your favorite tracks to run on?
Great Lakes Dragway. I love my hometown track, and certainly Bowling Green. That's my favorite track. I haven't run it all that many. I've never went out west with the car, but Bowling Green, that's a great spot too. And Joliet, that's a really great track around here. Cordova is fantastic. So I like them all. I haven't met a drag strip I didn't like.
You prefer quarter mile or 1/8 mile?
Quarter mile.
Now for the Cordova, you think you'll run next year at the World Series?
I ran a couple years ago when they had the DRO with the dragsters in it, but I don't know if I'll run the World Series next year. If they have something for the Nostalgia Top Fuel cars, I'll be there.
Now, where do you get your fire suits from?
Pardon me? Fire suit?
Yeah, where do you get your fire suit from?
Oh, Simpson. I have all Simpson gear for my safety gear.
Is your schedule already planned for next year, or do you start planning it?
So my schedule for next year, there's 3 events I can tell you I'll be at. That's Memorial Day at Union Road. For the Olympics of drag racing, I'll be at the Hot Rod Reunion in Bowling Green on Father's Day weekend in June, and I will be at Union Grove again on Labor Day weekend for the Time Machine Nationals. So those are 3 events that I'll be at every year, and I hope to be at Tulsa next year for the Heritage Series race there.
Now, do you travel out of state for races?
Yeah, go to Kentucky for the Hot Rod Reunion, and Wisconsin, Illinois, but I got to stay local. I've got a job and kids, so it's hard to travel out to the coast, but I admire the guys that make the trip out there.
Okay. Dave?
Now, have you ever had any accidents or near accidents since you've been racing?
Plenty of near accidents. I've never crashed a car before. Knock on wood, but no, it's always you're always on the edge out there. But I've been fortunate to not get myself in too bad a situation with the car.
Okay, let's get into some fun questions. Are you ready for some fun?
Yeah, of course.
What's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Ribeye steak.
What's your favorite sexual position? I'm kidding.
Any of them.
That was just a joke. That was just a joke, just lighten up the mood. What do you like? What do you like to drink? Pop, water, beer, what?
I drink water, milk, and Old Crow whiskey.
What's your kid's favorite drink?
My son likes chocolate milk, and my daughter likes lemonade.
That's cool. Do you have favorite things to do with your kids?
Oh, I love doing anything with the kids. But we hang out at the shop, and they drive the golf cart. I like hanging out with them at the shop. And pretty much anything they do, I enjoy doing it with them, that's for sure.
Do you guys go fishing?
Not much of a sportsman. I'm not quite a fisherman. We got a little kit for Thomas a year or two ago, and not too much of a fisherman, but we went ice fishing last year. That was fun with some friends of ours.
Do you guys go camping?
You know, went camping with the kids for the first time last weekend, and we had a real good time.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Yogi Bear.
The one in Southern Illinois?
No, the one in Caledonia. And we had everything for kids there. They had trick or treating, and oh man, they really had a lot of fun stuff for the kids at the Yogi Bear in Caledonia. Neat campground.
Oh yeah, I went to the one in Southern Illinois too. Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Yeah, they do a nice job.
Yeah, we camped out in one of those little houses. The house was so tiny. You couldn't even move in that house.
You know, we brought my toter. Home up there, and that wasn't bad. I mean, it's still pretty cramped. It doesn't sleep a lot. It's only a 12-foot toter, so it doesn't sleep a lot. But we had a good time.
Yeah, I always wanted to buy an RV, but never had the kind of money for it.
Oh, there were some nice RVs out there, that's for sure. The people that really know how to do the camping thing.
I mean, seriously, I seen this when we used to live in the other house. Our next door neighbor had this one decked out RV. He had like 2 bedrooms in it, and he had like 6 beds in it, and then he had bunk beds too in the living room area, and a dining room area popped out. When you
they have some beautiful ones. They have some beautiful RVs out there.
And this one had a barbecue grill outside of it attached to it. It was fucking badass.
I saw one at Yogi Bear that had about a flip up cover, and underneath it was like a 60-inch flat screen TV. That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah! Have you seen the ones that drive in the water too? Oh my god. There's ones that drive in the water, the shallow water, or they're like boats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are badass. They share them on Facebook all the time, or on YouTube or the internet. Now, let me ask you: if you were able to travel back in time and do something different, what would it be?
Boy, that's a great question. I hadn't really thought of if I could travel back in time, what would I do? Where would I go? Boy, tough question that I hadn't really thought about.
Okay, let's change it. Now, if you can travel back in history, which time in the era in history would you go travel to?
I mean, there's so many times in history that are interesting and important.
Pick one.
You could really go back. I mean, I guess it'd be interesting to see how life was during the Civil War, and how was life, during the Great Depression. What was life like during World War II? I mean, there's just so many different times. Ancient Rome.
No.
I'd love to go to ancient Rome and see what life was like there. So hard to decide on it. You know what? Okay, that's my decision. Ancient Rome. That's where I want to go.
Okay.
I want to go check that out and see what's going down there.
Okay, that's the Satanic era.
I guess I wasn't aware of that, but I I went to Rome with my wife for an anniversary trip, and I thought it was a pretty neat place. And boy, can you imagine seeing an event happen in the Colosseum?
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, so yeah, well, that's my vote.
I actually would travel back to Abraham Lincoln, the theater, to see who shot him and go after that person to kill him.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Or I'd stop the bullet from happening. I'd stop Abraham Lincoln from getting shot in the head.
Changing the course of history, okay. So that's what you want to do if you travel back there. That's interesting. Boy.
Then we wouldn't have had Obama.
Yeah, I know. You never know how it's just like the movie Back to the Future. You know, you can't be messing with things if you go back in the future. You got to leave it alone.
Oh, I'd go back and fix it. I'd fix this country. Seriously.
Yeah, well, certainly there's a lot of challenges in this world and in this country. You know, who knows what those right answers are? Not me for sure.
Oh yeah, but anyways, so do you have any favorite music?
Oh yeah, ton of favorite music. You know, I love country music. I love rock and roll music. I love hip hop. So pretty much, I could name 100 favorites. But you know, love Billy Joe Shaver's probably my favorite country act. And love Jimi Hendrix and love Snoop Dogg. So I like it all.
Okay. You know what? I'll diss on Snoop Dogg. You know why? Because he dissed on the president. I don't care if it was just a video. You just don't disrespect the president. Just like Eminem recently disrespected the president. That's just bullshit.
Oh, who did that?
Huh?
Who did it?
Snoop Dogg and Eminem just dissed on the president recently.
Oh, I didn't. You know, I try not to watch the news.
Yeah, but
depressing.
yeah. The only thing I liked from Snoop Dogg was way back in the day, Gin and Juice.
That was a jam.
Yeah, with so much drama and the LBC's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-Double-G, but somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day.
Great song.
So let me ask you this: if you were offered $150 million to build a racetrack or to upgrade a racetrack, where would it be, and what would you do, and which racetrack would it be, or where would you build a racetrack?
How much money?
$150 million.
Holy mackerel! That's a lot of money to be a drag strip. You can build 10 drag strips for that money. But okay, so here's what I do. I'd buy Great Lakes Dragway in Union Grove, and then I'd take $50 million and I'd put it into the facility. Okay, so the track and the stands, and you know, I'd build it, and then I'd take $50 million to pay all the people to work there. Okay, right? Because you need operating capital to run it. So I'd save $50 million for that, and then I'd save the other. Then I'd take the other $50 million, and then I'd save that for purses for the racers.
Okay,
that's what I do. Now,
you wouldn't take $10 million out of that to add 10 or 15 more race cars just into the Great Lakes Dragway, just for sidecars in case anybody's car breaks down. They could use that car for a backup car, like pro mods or stuff like that.
Well, you know, you could do that. That would be one way to do it. But at the same time, if you had enough money out there for the purses, the people would build the cars to run it because they'd know that you know, they'd be compensated for their efforts. So if you had enough money there in purses, people would build cars and come and race them. I believe that.
And how much would you charge per race?
How much to get in?
Yeah.
$20.
$20 for a carload?
You know, when you have your big events, your Labor Days, your Memorial Days, I charge $20 a person. Like kids in for free. Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't charge to park. And $20 a person. And then during the week, because you know Great Lakes runs 6 days a week, I'd charge $10 to get in during the week, and $20 for special events.
Now.
And $1 for a hot dog.
Now, yeah, $1 hot dogs, that'd be better. Instead of $5 or $7. Fuck. Too much. Every time I go there, hot dogs are like fucking so expensive, or the nachos or anything. I don't even buy food from there. I bring my own food. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly isn't a cheap day to go to the dragster, but I feel like, if you charge the right price to get in and charge the right amount of food, you can provide some affordable entertainment for families.
But I do buy a whole bunch of souvenirs. Every time I go to Great Lakes Dragway, I spend at least $200-300.
Well, that's great. That's how they keep the place going. That's how they, that's great. Randy and Marcel are great guys, and they work real hard to run my drag strip, so I got all the respect in the world for those guys.
Because I always see something like let's just say you're selling a t-shirt or tank top, and I like it, I'll buy it, you know? Or if you're selling a hoodie, I like it, I'll buy it.
Well, that's good.
I support the dragsters out there, too.
Well, you guys are, I checked out your Facebook. You guys are drag racing fanatics, and that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm a drag racing fanatic, too.
Shit, I got like probably 100 t-shirts, maybe. Okay, now, if you weren't drag racing right now, what would you be doing?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know. Maybe I'd have a boat or a little airplane or a motorcycle. I don't know what I'd be doing. Hard to imagine. I've been doing this for pretty hardcore for the last 10 years, so I don't know. I can't even think anything else I'd rather be doing.
Okay, what's been your fondest memory of during your career?
Well, they're all good. They're all good. Boy, I've had a lot of good times out there. They're all good. Hot Rod Reunion, we won first round against the Orange Crate. Dale Schur and Radar in the Orange Crate, and that was pretty cool. And I got away with one, but I still won the round, and that was a pretty good day.
Okay, do you have any other hobbies outside of drag racing?
No, pretty much I take care of my family and go to work and play with my top fuel car. That's pretty much what I do.
Do you guys have any pets?
No cats.
Wow, really?
Used to have a couple cats. Used to have a couple great cats, but they're all gone now. So no cats today.
Oh, I had a dog last year. She died of cancer. I had a cat too last year.
Sorry to hear that.
No. My cat. She's still alive though. My cat. I had surgery last year in September because of hernia. When I came back home that day from the surgery, because I got 7 open holes on my belly, the dander, the hair, affected me. I got allergic. For like 2 days, I had to stay out of my room while my sister and my mom cleaned up my room. Got rid of the dander. I put the cat in a carrier, took her to my friend's house, and dropped her off at my friend's house. My friend still has my cat.
Oh, well.
I see her twice a week.
Well, that's nice.
Sometimes she walks a mile just to come to my house to hang out.
Where do you guys live?
Fox Lake.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Fox Lake. Yeah, my cat's in Fox Lake. She walks a mile over to my house just to come hang out. She's already had a set of kittens. She became a whore after she left my house. I mean, literally, cats sleep with like 6 or 7 other male cats, and they have like 10 babies from each one of those cats.
I did not know that.
Well, yeah, it's true. I've seen it. I'm like, oh my god. Each kitten she's had, they're all different colors. I'm like, what the fuck? One's part Himalayan, one's part Persian, one's part Siamese. What the fuck? It's crazy. Cats are crazy, man. Animals.
Cats are crazy.
Yes, but I love cats. And I love dogs. But I also have a bearded dragon, too. His name is Spike. 2 years ago, a friend of mine, she has a mansion out in Algonquin. She dumped this bearded dragon upon me. Her husband and Dave carried the bearded dragon, put it in the SUV while I was using the bathroom. They surprised me with the bearded dragon.
Wow.
In a 40-gallon tank, man. They thing's fucking humongous. Now, do you have a favorite vacation spot?
Key West.
Florida? Yeah.
Pardon me? In Florida, yes. Mm-hmm.
My favorite spot is Pensacola. You know,
that's a great spot, too.
The white sand. Oh, my God. Have you been on the white sand? That is so cool. Now, when you go to Florida, you fly out there or you drive?
I think it depends. But mostly fly.
We drive there all the time. It's only 19 hours, you know. Fuck it. Drive it. You're only spending $250 in gas instead of paying $1,000 for flights.
That's a true story.
Yeah, and it's only 19 hours and you enjoy the scene on the road. Finish up the interview.
I love driving.
Well, Jason, I think that's all the questions. We want to thank you for your time.
Wait.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, what do you like to use? Do you like to use a 1/8 mile or
I already asked him
1/4 mile?
He likes quarter mile.
Quarter mile? He likes quarter mile, Jags?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jason.
Yeah, no. Hey, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys invited me to participate in your show, and it's been a real pleasure, and I hope to see you next year at Union Grove.
Do you have any final words for all the fans out there listening?
Hey, come see us at Union Grove. We love having everybody come over. We always got plenty of food, and we invite anybody into our pit. So that's we really enjoy it out there.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend we'll have to stop by and see you.
That'd be great, Dave. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you.
Then we'll put you on the air in the future again.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. You have a good night, Jason.
Okay. Good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye.